What's going on? This is the Broke Genius, and welcome to the life of a broke genius. Welcome to my channel.
Standing on
Hey,
it.
nigga, listen to me, homie.
Which one is it?
When you a boss and you really out here doing shit, you don't play shit how motherfuckers expect you to play it. I really play chess, nigga. I don't play checkers. I don't live with a bitch.
What's going on? We're gonna do what is promised, and that is break down this simp economy. Because one thing that I hope women understand early is that a lot of things are based off of let's just say women, man. I mean, if you are a heterosexual male, you whether you get older or realize younger or older, partly, man, you're working, man, for basically to get a chick, man. So you literally are working for pussy. When I realized that, like, what a long time ago, that really blew my mind. You know, even if you look at it like, you're doing it for your family and stuff like that, well, where is your family going to come from? It's going to come from a vagina. Okay, out of a vagina. Yeah, man, we gonna look at this this thing from a simp's perspective. How much money is these companies making off of these simps? You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a long one. This is definitely going to be a long one. And if you're watching this is definitely going to be on Patreon. I'm going to give you free 99, just basically free watch, but this is going to be on Patreon. So, I'm going to break everything down as much as I can and break down this simp economy. I have a slideshow for you. And we're going to get right into it. This is from a very realistic perspective. One thing about me is I try to pride myself on keeping things 100, pretty much keeping it real. I ain't, I'm not no phony cat, man. I recognize my faults. Everybody that rocks with me, they know I recognize pretty much my weaknesses as well as my strengths. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to give you some gargled up crap. This is going to be broke down from an unbiased, real and raw perspective, because it's a lot of simps out there. A lot of people, man, are living a underground simp lifestyle. They just don't want to let you know. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, but we gonna break it down. This is gonna be something that you could put into your toolkit. Because the question is asked, why are you talking about the simp economy? Because the thing about it is, if you can make money, if you can realize how to make money off of this simp economy, it could be something that can take off. Because we're gonna talk about how basically a lot of people make money off of simps. We're gonna break it down. So we're gonna get right into it. This ain't something that I just got up on the mic and then I just started talking and rambling off. This took about a day to compile information, data, and put something together, man, to give a good presentation on. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do it last night, but I had to get a lot of things together. You know what I'm saying? Because to do this justice, I had to pretty much compile a lot of information and try to make it a presentation. Okay. So here you have it. This is, simp economy. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight. This is going to be something that I'll give you the opportunity, of course, to, pretty much, talk about, but we're gonna break this down. So you got the offline simp economy. Okay, pretty much anything anything that's off, not on the internet, you know. But the thing about it, you know, now because technology is so integrated, the offline world is very much integrated with the online world, but there's still an offline world, you know. um you got bars, nightclubs, and strip clubs, okay? You know, pretty much I got friends, man. I got peoples that, you know, they like to be social. They like to go meet a chick or whatever. Meet even chicks go to bars and nightclubs to not primarily strip clubs, but bars and nightclubs to what? Meet guys. Guys go there to meet chicks. Now, because of the coronavirus, which they, you know, 3 months to 4 months in, they start calling it COVID. You know what I'm saying? They start giving it a real sly name. They don't really, you know, in okay, like in my neck of the woods in the Chicagoland area, the mayor in Chicago, she's trying to get the bars and the nightclubs open and the restaurants back open. They were back open, but then, you know, they had another spike. They closed them down. But, you know, pre-corona, definitely the bars and nightclubs and strip clubs was popping. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those, they you know, they opened. I saw them when they opened it back up over the summer, you know what I'm saying? And then they closed them back down. But this is where, you know, pretty much you can start with as far as the Simp Economy. Okay, drinks, you know, bottle service, you know what I'm saying, food, you know, they going to the nightclub to meet and greet, to try to, you know, get outside and meet chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's simping. I mean, to a certain degree. I mean, you out there, you trying to catch, right? You know what I'm saying? You trying to have a good time. That is part of the Simp Economy. Whenever you go into a bar, whenever you go into a nightclub, and definitely a strip club, and it's definitely, I'm 40 years old, man. I can attest to you. I can attest to you that in the strip club, there is definitely, it's going down in the champagne room for about $100. You know what I'm saying? The strip clubs is directly where you can pretty much, you know, I don't understand you guys. Like, if push come to shove, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't do it. I've never did it. But the strip club, man, that's where you can go to get laid, man. You guys just too picky, man. Sometimes you gotta, to get out that drought, gotta, man, you know what I'm saying, go, you know, go hang out in that champagne room. But this is where, you know, pretty much I would say the Simp Economy also, you know, pretty much starts. You know, another thing is co-working spaces, pretty much your job. You know, a lot of times men, they meet you know, women at co-working spaces, such as their job, even their business. That's where you meet chicks, man. You know, a lot of, I don't do the whole co-working thing because, you know, I don't feel like I'm fully leveraged enough to meet women at where I work, you know, because I'm just, I know some guys are okay with that, but I can't risk it. It's just the juice ain't necessarily worth the squeeze. I've gotten fired from jobs, even not messing with chicks, just pretty much a chick, I said something that she didn't like or whatever. And then next thing you know, I'm out the door. I mean, trying to, like, you know, bump beds and all of that type of stuff, man, and you know, skeeting and beating. I mean, definitely that is not something that I think would have made it any better. Another thing is, and I've met plenty of women through friend referrals, family referrals, nah, but, you know, meetups, primarily, like, you know, for homie, he, like, you know, his chick got a friend, then I meet up with, we meet up at a little get together, that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the whole, you know, regular code approach, just meeting a chick off the street. Hey, how you doing? I just couldn't help but notice you. Could I, trouble you for your number? You know what I mean? That's just like a little cheesy cold approach. I mean, you could write that down, but I mean, that's just another like old fashioned offline, way classic to meet, a woman off the street. Um, and another, this is more or less what people do, and like I said, this is offline and online, but definitely offline. You know, the thing about the simp economy, where it's like individuals making money off of people, dating coaches. Okay. The simp to a dating coach is like a rich man to a stockbroker. I mean, a guy that's literally like having problems with women, a dating coach is like a moth to a flame, and then when it comes down to a failed relationship where a dude is like really sad and depressed, and also it kind of goes for women too, but primarily men, as what I'm the perspective of what I'm talking about, or talking in basically this presentation. A lot of guys, man, after a divorce, after a bad breakup, they have to go see a therapist. Just in case you didn't know, a social worker or pretty much a therapist, they make like 60 to 75, $85 an hour. Some make more than that, because you got to imagine, you have therapists that work with, they have clients that are, rich, well-to-do clients. Just think about how much they make an hour. You know what I'm saying? It could very well be $1,000 an hour just to talk to somebody, to get some advice, to get just the vent, have someone to talk to, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It could be very, very expensive. And then finally, when the relationship is, midway to, halfway over, I mean, what's the situation now? Kanye and Kim, just imagine how much their divorce is costing. Or the thing is nobody knows is even if they're divorced or not, but they definitely had to get lawyered up. It wasn't the first time Kim and Kanye went to go see a lawyer. Definitely, Kim was spotted leaving, a divorce attorney's office. Lawyers, man, make a lot of money off of this simp economy. I would say they make the most money off of this simp economy. And of course, you have offline, you have the underground sex economy, pretty much hostels and brothels, and then, I'm going to talk about online, because here's the thing, I've been to John, once or twice in my life, or more than once actually, but I ain't never got no chick off no hostel, and I've never been to an underground brothel. I've heard of them, and I've definitely, seen hostels, but I've never got no chick off no damn hostel or brothel. I really, to be honest, I never did the whole like find a whole offline thing, just never picked no like hoe off the street. Just never did that. But that is still going on. I mean, I've heard reports because of the pandemic, a lot of chicks started going back to the hostel, like in California and whatnot. I heard little stories about that. And of course, finally, offline, you got criminal law. Okay. Sometimes, man, simps are violent. Okay. Shout out to Minister Jap, man. He talked about this years ago, and definitely, man, if you go in, like, just put in Florida man, California man, New York man, Chicago man, you gonna find a simp that done killed his girlfriend, killed his ex-wife, killed his family, killed his mother-in-law, brother-in-law. Simps get very, very violent. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily something that it happens every day. That's just the worst. But also you have, pretty much the domestic violence situation. And a lot of times that situation is initiated by a chick that is ultimately herself violent, ends up getting in an altercation with the guy, and then she's got bruises. The guy doesn't have any bruises. Next thing you know, he's hauled off for a DMV charge, And one thing I will say, I was going through a situation a couple years ago, and I'm still dealing with it. And I didn't get charged for a DMV, but I was around other guys. I was literally sitting in the county jail. I mean, I'll just keep it 100. I mean, it was a lot of guys in there for DMV charges. You know what I'm saying? So I literally seen this with my own eyes. I mean, some guys was there for like felony domestic violence charges. I mean, this shit is real. This is the simp economy, man. They make money. You have to get lawyers. A lot of the bonds were like to get bonded out with like $5,000, $10,000. Some were higher than that. This is how this system eats, man. This system eats a lot off of the simp economy, man. So, another aspect is family law. Shout out to Judge Dredd. He is like the YouTube. He don't even know how much power he has. He is literally the YouTube face of child support. He don't know it, but he is. And the reason why is because the man has been done so bogus with family law, which is kangaroo court. And I, just Google kangaroo court and you'll find out what it is, because basically family law or child support court is not really legal according to the Constitution. Okay, it's something that's made up by certain states and municipalities. It is not really legal, but you can't necessarily do anything about it because it integrates with the penal system. It's part of the penal system. So if they put a warrant out for you on child support, that warrant is when the police stop you, it's no different than if they're looking for you for a drug charge or murder charge. They're gonna be trying to arrest you. And it also goes into anything that's related to divorce, any type of like divorce settlement, alimony. All of this is part of the court system and is part of the simp economy. And the thing about the simp economy, what I mean about a simp is someone that just gets involved with women primarily, and it's lopsided. It's basically not an equitable situation, because normally, you shouldn't have to go through a lot of cases, a lot of situations. It should be an equitable situation, such as like you meet a woman, you get a nut, she get a nut, and y'all go about y'all business. Now you can still be, nice enough to get, buy her some food. I mean, cook her some food, get, be accommodatable, but it's supposed to be an equitable situation. You making her just feel just as good as she is as you're feeling. It's not supposed to be like, man, you giving her a yacht just to get some, just get some vagina. I mean, it's not, that's not an equitable situation. It's definitely a simp situation. So that's what I mean by this offline world of the simp economy. Now, the online world of the simp economy is pretty much dating apps. Okay. Now, like I said before, I was a simp before. When my children get older, I have to explain to them basically, your pops, man, he met your mom off a dating app pretty much. I didn't use a dating app. It was pretty much a website. I met my ex-wife off of Plenty of Fish. And yeah, I literally have to explain. I literally will I probably put on the song Computer Love, you know what I'm saying, and explain to them where I met their mama. You know what I'm saying? So but the dating apps primarily you know, are as such where, you know, a lot of times that's where people are meeting now. That's where people, you know, Tinder and all of this other stuff. And then porn. I mean, porn is huge. What are people talking about now? OnlyFans, 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 OnlyFans. You know, because a lot of women are primarily you know, trying to make the money off of the OnlyFans, you know, and it's all of these industries like dating apps or whatever, that's just billions of dollars. Porn, billions of dollars. I mean, social media, you could even say now trillions of dollars, you know, because I mean, well, not trillions, but a trillion. Because if you put the valuation of Facebook together with Twitter, Instagram, you could put LinkedIn there, Snapchat, you got close to $1 trillion. I mean, so the thing is that, yeah, you got social media, you know, all of those different, you know, social media platforms that I just mentioned, and websites and online meetups. And then you also have the dark web. Okay. We're gonna be talking about this, you know what I'm saying? So this is primarily the dating apps that you have out here, you know, primarily Tinder, OK Cupid, which is free, Plenty of Fish, Bumble, you know, all of these little apps and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Match.com, it's a fee for that, I believe, you know, but I don't really know the difference between free versus paid. Like I would really, I probably want to do some research on that. Like, is it a difference between the quality of women that you meet with a paid subscription service dating app such as like Match.com, or is it no different than Tinder and Plenty of Fish and OK Cupid and all of these other apps that are free, you know, Bumble as well? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a difference if you got like a paid subscription, you know what I'm saying, app like Match.com, or I think what's the other one that you have to do all of these tests or whatever? Yeah, I don't know, but that's something that I thought about. But you know, this is primarily how a lot of people meet now. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got a friend of mine. He met his wife off of the internet, off of internet dating app. You know what I'm saying? He met his wife as well, and he's got a whole family and whatnot. From you know what I'm saying? Basically, he met his wife online. So, moving along to porn, you know, you got OnlyFans, you got X Videos, Pornhub, X Hamster, a lot of these other stuff I heard before, but I ain't never really messed with. But this is all a part of the Simp Economy, okay? A lot of guys, man, they pay that monthly fee for OnlyFans for, you know, they favorite little chick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, all of these little things, they got some paid version of this, you know, of their platform. You know what I'm saying? They got like, you know, a premium, you know, side of their platform or whatever, where you get exclusive videos that are not on the free side. You know what I'm saying? So porn, internet and porn are like synonymous with one another. If you research the basically the invention or actually the very first days of the internet, of the modern internet as you know it, porn has always been around. You know, some of the first like e-commerce transactions on the internet were from porn transactions. A guy just sitting in his living room wanting to get on the internet and look at some porn. He whipped out his credit card, and that's the birthplace of credit card transactions because of porn. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, man, a lot of guys, man, they go on social media and they going and they hitting up the DMs of, some chick or whatever. They following chicks that, you know what I'm saying, don't really care about them. And this social media is pretty huge, and the thing about it is, one thing I'll say is, a lot of times people are forced to go on social media, and they're kind of because of the of COVID. But I'll say this, man, if you can go offline, a lot of times, man, women are so like inundated with, DM requests and DM messages and stuff like that. When you do cold approach women, they're like shocked, that you actually talking to them, because they're not really that much. They're not used to that interaction. They're so used to guys trying to come at them online. The offline world is really popping because the online world is really fake. I'll tell you this, like, if you the social media side of simping or whatever, just social media in itself, it's a facade. People put on facades. Like, these women don't look like that in person. You look at them in person. That's why a lot of times that they go live, a lot of women don't really want to go live on social media, because they look like 3 points lower than they do on their picture when they go live. Like, this one chick, like, she would, on her picture, she looked like about a 6, about a 6, man. Fat chick though, but she still looked like a 6. Man, when she went online, man, she looked like freaking Oprah on The Color Purple, man. She was looking like a whole bunch of struggle love. Like, I mean, she looked way different than her photo. I mean, it's like, man, I don't even know why she even went live. Like, dude, that don't look nothing like you. Like, what kind of voodoo spell did you put on your photo to make you look like that? Because you don't look nothing like that. Like, on her live, she looked like she was a 4. And then on her photo, she looked like she was a 6. I'm like, man, come on, man. So the thing about it is, a lot of times, man, guys going crazy over a facade. They wasting a lot of time trying to talk to chicks that literally don't even look like they do in a photo. You pretty much take any random chick, if they got all that makeup on and everything, offline, how they actually look, minus about 2 points. So if a chick is a 7, she ain't nothing but like a 5 without makeup, if she wears makeup and everything. Like, she got a lot of chicks now, the standard is what? The sew-in weave, eyelashes, makeup, and then a lot of these chicks, they're getting these butt implants and booty implants and titty implants and all breast implants or whatever. And it's like, man, I mean, the whole like build a bitch kit, man, it's like, it's really ridiculous. Like, I mean, all of that, I don't add that to your beauty. That doesn't add to your beauty. That, to me, that takes away from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's a lot of dudes. They literally, they going trying to deal with chicks on social media that's basically putting on a whole facade, man. It's like these chicks, man, they a lot of women on social media, when I talk about the 5 types of women, they're basically monogamous pretenders. They present themselves as they're looking for some guy, but they already deal with guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these chicks, man, in these little groups and stuff on like Facebook and stuff, they're talking about they looking for some guy, but they already got a guy next to them that don't even know that they looking for a guy, you know, and then, you know what I'm saying, you wonder why you wasting your time with this chick, man, because she already got somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, it's definitely something to it. Now I'm gonna slide this up and I'm gonna talk about this. This is a typical basically how, you know, pretty much simps are in regards to how, you know, a lot of women treat them. And what I mean by women, I mean like pretty much a lot of monogamous pretenders, as well as like chicks that's out there open that they crop. Because the thing about what a monogamous pretender does, this is you know, pretty much you know, this is gonna be on Patreon, so I you know, I can talk freely as I want, because this ain't gonna be up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving free advice. That this advice in this presentation is from years of, you know what I'm saying, like pretty much dealing with women and being a simp myself, and then learning from other people on YouTube and offline and reading books and all kind of stuff. Like this is like advice that's gonna save you a lot of headache, like, you know, quote unquote red pill advice or whatever. You know, the women that are monogamous pretenders, they are basically women that are for the streets per se, or let's just say they're hoes, but they're not open hoes. They're like they're pretty much they are like hoes in a sense where they're pretending not to be hoes. They're pretending to be monogamous in order to not present themselves to be hoes, one, and two, because they want to have a multitude of men. You know, it's a system. You know what I'm saying? It's literally game. A lot of chicks got game, and a lot of dudes that don't know it, they end up in that situation where they sitting in some courtroom. You know, they sitting somewhere laid up, and they wonder, how the hell did I get here? You know, because yeah, I mean, the thing about it is the difference between a chick that's open and that's quote unquote a hoe, or a open chick. I call them open chicks, because I don't necessarily call them hoes or anything like that. They just open. Well, the difference between an open chick and a closed chick is a closed chick is a monogamous pretender. She ain't nothing but she just as open. She just as much as a cum freak as a chick that's open and just, you know, pretty much open. What I mean by open is a chick that primarily is she's like Amber Rose. You know, she recognized that she's a slut. She welcomes, you know, her sluttery, and, you know, she's fine with it. Well, a lot of women do not recognize, like in public, like they'll talk to other chicks like, "What's up, hoe?" You know, what or whatever. But in private, or in private they'll do that, but in public they are pretty much monogamous pretenders. They're on one vantage point, you know, they're saying, oh, I want a dude and I want to settle down, but they got a multitude of dudes that they, you know, deal with. Not all of them that they have sex with, but they deal with multiple dudes. But they're no different than the open chick, in a sense that they're sleeping with multiple men at one time. It's just that they don't present themselves as open. You know what I'm saying? So this is a typical, you know, harem of women, pretty much. They'll have the nerdy white knight dude that pretty much does everything for them, helps them out financially, helps them come, like, you know, fix a light bulb, you know, in their apartment, you know, will defend other you know, guys, like when they're coming at the chick, you know what I'm saying? They basically help like women even like mislead a criminal investigation. I mean, you see these guys on, like, on the movies and stuff like that, TV shows. This is a typical beta male buck. I mean, you know, he just pretty much a white knight, you know. So then they'll also have deal with this guy, and this is the fuck buddy, and this is the first guy that this is the guy that they really like, and he fulfills their sexual fantasy, and he might be quote unquote the bad guy. Now this is white people shit, right? But what we call the bad guy is what Pookie and Ray Ray, you know what I'm saying? But it's other you know guys beside Pookie and Ray Ray. I you know, you got corporate thug types, man. You got corporate thugs like you know, Ghost from the from Power and stuff like that, or even Idris Elba in The Wire. You know, I forgot his character's name. But yeah, you got guys like that, man, that ain't necessarily like Pookie and Ray Ray's, but this is the fuck buddy type, right? Then they got the tampon guy, and he basically listens to all their problems. He's the beta orbiter, you know. He offers the shoulder to cry on and hopes to get sex, you know. And then of course the ATM guy, and the ATM guy pretty much pays for a lot of things, and then he gets sex out to the deal. One thing I will say about sugar daddies or whatever, they pretty much putting up a lot of money. They're simps too, but they're getting sex out of the deal. You know, if out of this six types of men that's in a female harem, the two dudes that actually might be, that will be fucking, will be the fuck buddy and the ATM guy. The beta buck white knight simp, he's not getting any sex. The tampon guy definitely is not getting any sex. And then you got the creepy guy with low self-esteem and self-worth, and he basically gasses her up in hopes to, you know, basically get with her, offers her dinner and whatnot. And then he talks about the mentor guy, the platonic friend that gives her, you know, intellectual conversation, gives her advice on how to grow her business or how to increase her followers. You know, he also is like hoping to, you know, basically get in the panties, you know what I'm saying? But the two guys out of this six that she's probably most likely letting them, you know, hit is the fuck buddy and the ATM guy, quote unquote sugar daddy, you know what I'm saying? And basically she don't like the sugar daddy, you know, but she got to deal with the sugar daddy because the fuck buddy, he doesn't necessarily fund her lifestyle. The sugar daddy funds the lifestyle, and she gives him sympathy sex because he pays for her lifestyle. But the fuck buddy is what she ultimately wants, but he just doesn't pay for her lifestyle. This is the whole argument that people be talking about back and forth. This is the whole argument that a lot of things why these chicks call Kevin Samuels show, why these chicks always talk about high value men and shit like that. Because the thing is that women don't have a problem getting sex. Okay. When women go out the door, they have 100% guaranteed, almost, let's just say 99% guaranteed that they're going to get sex. Same guy, just a regular guy, he opens the door. It is not a guarantee, a very low guarantee that he's going to get laid when he leaves the house. Women almost, because women have what men want. So, okay, obviously, if they look anything like anyone, they could just go to a bar and sit there, get free drinks, and then literally go home with the guy. Okay, it's just that easy. Now, the thing about it is, the whole complaint is they getting fucked good. they know who sexually satisfies them. They getting bottomed out, but the guy that's bottoming them out is making them feel all good and driving them crazy. He doesn't have the money to fund the lifestyle that they want to live. He doesn't have it. The sugar daddy has it, but in order to have a complete lifestyle with a sugar daddy, you would have it takes a certain type of woman. And these women don't want to be that ultimate woman where they're 100% submissive, because basically the sugar daddy, he will entertain the thought of having, a woman on to live with them, possibly marry, but he needs a certain type of woman. He needs a certain type of behavior from that woman. He needs pretty much full submission. He needs someone that's going to be in the house, going to take care of the house, dress all cute, cook and clean, offer him offspring. I mean, I'm rhyming today, man. I don't know, it's something about the mic, man. And basically just a trophy piece. When he goes out, he can feel proud. He got him a little, trophy piece to look good in his Audi when he pulls up at Costco. And then when he goes to the office parties, he's got a showpiece to brag about. He got some new babies. He's like, 50 years old, but he got a 3-year-old that he, little office photo with his wife. He will entertain that, but not every woman is satisfied with that or will even entertain that. A lot of the times they really want the sugar daddy to be the fuck boy, but the fuck buddy, basically, he can't be the sugar daddy because he doesn't have any money like the sugar daddy. So that is why these women are complaining. It's why these women are pissed off, and then when they're getting told you can't qualify for this man. Because here's the thing, you also got, not to say every high value man is an ATM guy or a simp. Not all I'm not saying that. It's definitely some, or quite a few, but not all high value men, quote unquote, is gonna be the ATM guy. They want sometimes you got to think about it. Like for myself, I'm not okay. Let's just say I'm about 100 grand away from being a high value man. I don't even entertain being an ATM guy, and I make what I make. You think if I make 100 grand more, then I'm gonna be that guy? Hell no, because I know the game, and if I got more money, that just make my game even better, because now I have a lot more room and I have a lot more to work with, so it's not like all pretty much guys that got money, whether they be older even or whatever, are pretty much sugar daddies. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Because you got women that got money too, and then basically you could look at it like, a guy with that makes a certain amount, he gets with a chick that makes the same or if not more, and they just get together and do the whole power couple thing. Whereas, pretty much this chick in this photo, she just, just a regular chick that works at, the office or whatever. She just makes like, the standard amount of what the common American makes. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't really have that much to value but herself and in her, quote unquote, peace leave, as in the words of Coach Greg Adams. So it's like, yeah, I mean, the thing is that yeah, this is a lot of the world of the monogamous pretender. And the monogamous pretender, she basically, her world is the simp. The simp is the monogamous pretender. They're like two peas in a pod. She relies on her existence for simps. The simp economy is the monogamous pretender's playground. You know what I'm saying? So my last slide will be basically talking about the dark web. Okay. Got the surface web, you got social media, Pinterest, Amazon. Then you got the deep web, which is what they mean by the deep web is basically you got private transactions. You got private conversations that don't nobody know about. So for example, they got on the far lot. You know what I'll do is I'll make this bigger. I'll make this bigger so everybody, so more people can see it. But you got basically Messenger. Mark Zuckerberg alone has basically, just think about all of the stuff. If you got Facebook, all of the secrets that you have in your Messenger. I mean, I got stuff on my Messenger that basically, I mean, if I was a rich guy, it could be used against me. I got, like, if I was a famous person, definitely if I was famous, in my Messenger account alone, I got stuff that like the whole quote unquote my secretive life that you know I pretty much keep secret. Like that's all in Messenger. You know what I'm saying? Now WhatsApp I don't use, but WhatsApp primarily that is you know something that a lot of foreigners use. Man, they talking about all kind of stuff, man. They people taking over the world with WhatsApp. Like they you know selling stuff, transporting goods, like a lot of time people don't understand. You got the whole world at your feet. You know, you can literally get people's information and talk to them. They could be in Kenya or they could be in Uganda or wherever, and you could talk through WhatsApp and conduct business and conduct transactions and make money just off of WhatsApp. And then you got this is pretty much I think that's Indeed, the label Indeed, but I was thinking more LinkedIn. You know, you got people on LinkedIn, man, is conducting business, people getting jobs off LinkedIn, people doing business decisions off LinkedIn, and you wouldn't even know. It's like, you know, it's like kind of below the web, you know, it's kind of, you know, going towards the deep web. And then you got PayPal, you got private transactions on PayPal, people sending man. I used to get money through PayPal. Like one thing I liked about PayPal before Cash Out, I could be stuck somewhere and I needed some money. All I got to do, man, is be like, man, hey, send me a PayPal. And then it'll go straight to my PayPal debit card. I could take some money out, get some gas or whatever. And it's just like that. Like that was like, this was 5-6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about. Like, and then you got Gmail, you know, pretty much, you got pretty much the whole idea is like, you got secretive, I mean, basically conversations that are private that are on these particular platforms and it's going down. You know what I'm saying? Now let me shrink this back out, and it talks about the dark web. In the dark web, they have basically you can't really see it, but let me make this bigger. But you basically they're talking about the Silk Road and I don't even know what Pro Republica is or the Alpha Bay market. I think okay, basically the Silk Road is something that the dude that started it, he's in jail for life. Okay. Dude was selling drugs on the internet and using people was buying and selling it using Bitcoin. You know, and I guess Alpha Bay market was the same thing. But the thing is this the dark, just because them dudes went to jail or whatever, this still the dark web is still in existence. And when I mean this is gonna go black pill, the stuff that goes on the dark web is like, I'm talking about crazy shit. Like you can buy women, like buy sex slaves and you know, buy all kind of shit. Like it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's literally like it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? The dark web is like whatever you can get away with, you know. So I mean, they, you know, selling body parts, all kind of crazy shit, man. And definitely when it comes to like women, they're literally buying women, you know, from like sex slavery and shit like that, but basically, man, this is the simp, the simp economy, what I'm saying. I'm gonna zoom this back out and make this normal. And basically what I did was I made a Zen diagram, a Zen flow chart, basically to talk about the simp economy. I mean, basically I have it all here. You got the offline world and the online world. Basically, strip clubs, brothels, hostro, underground sex market, that all integrates with the bars and the nightclubs. And then, basically you got regular cope approach, meetups, families, referrals, co-working spaces, and who makes money off of this when things don't go right. Like, for example, if let me zoom this in a little bit. Just a second. Let me see how this looks. Because I got let's see here. On this laptop is you can see it. You just got to put it on 720. But basically, a lot of the dating coaches, therapists, and the lawyers, like I said, they make money off of basically things not going well within the simp economy. You're not able to get women. You got a problem getting women. You got a problem post relationship. Where your girlfriend broke your heart, your ex-wife broke your heart. Basically you have to file divorce, or she's filed a divorce and she's gonna take your money or take your kids. You got to get a lawyer. And then of course you have the penal systems, the court systems, criminal law and family law, that as a result of you having to get a lawyer to protect you, a situation where something went awry with the relationship. And then even you got a lot of family lawyers, what I'm saying? So all of this is interrelated. I'm gonna put this in the description as far as the online world and the offline world in the simp economy. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely something that I was gonna be working on. If you're seeing this now, this means basically you got a free preview. You know what I'm saying? You literally got a free preview, because this ain't gonna even be online. This is I'm literally putting this on Patreon. Now I'm gonna put a StreamYard link in case anybody is lurking and want to hop on. You know what I'm saying? I want to definitely, if you want to talk about this simp economy, you got some stories, definitely let me know, or type something in the chat. Let me know about some stories about what you think about the simp economy. What do you how do you think the simp economy is going and whatnot? Because definitely, man, I've been trying to find ways where I can make money off of the simp economy. I ain't necessarily saying I'm trying to be a dating coach or nothing like that, but definitely, man, I'm trying to get this bread too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't, one thing I will mention, now that I think about it, I forgot to mention pimps, because pimps make a lot of money off of the simp economy. I mean, basically, with the whole hostros and all of that stuff, obviously the pimps are in the mix. Pimps make a lot of money off of simps. I mean, literally, that's where you get the word simps from. A pimp is the opposite of a simp. I mean, basically, pimps make money finding women for simps. I mean, really, if you really want to look at it, pretty much that's what it is. So I ain't necessarily trying to be no pimp. Have the thought crossed my mind? A little bit, but not really. Like, not strong. Like, it's just a thought. But You got guys that have actually been pimps, you know, they done pimp women before and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that's literally going straight down in the middle, old fashioned way, making money off of the simp economy, making money in the simp economy. You know, basically you providing a service, you providing women that already want to have sex with men that have money that want to have access to sex, and you just being the middleman, you know. And yeah, I mean, simps, you know, make a lot and then don't forget madams. You know, you got these brothels and, you know, these little underground little brothels and shit. You got women, man, that they run brothels. I mean, the comedian um Richard Pryor was born in he grew up in Peoria, Illinois. His mom was either a madam or a whore, basically. He literally grew up in a brothel. That is an actual true story. Like he talks about it in his comedy, but Richard Pryor, he actually grew up in a brothel. His grandmother or mom was a madam, and his father was a pimp. You know, and I think his mom was either a whore or a madam, and then his father was a pimp. So, you know, that is actually a true story. That's how Richard Pryor grew up. You know, that was literally his family. You know what I'm saying? So, this is not something new, but you know, it's a world where, you know, nobody really talks about it too much, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely is people that directly make money off of the simp economy directly, you know, madams, pimps. And now the modern day pimp would be what, like pretty much the internet. I mean, the OnlyFans, the dude that owns OnlyFans, you know, the guy that makes code, that makes a portal where because this all goes back to the revenge of the nerds, really, because you got guys, man, that actually know how to create websites and know how to make these apps, you know, and keep this stuff going. And they basically make a website, and then, like, let's just say OnlyFans charges those women a fee and men to show whatever they showing and whatnot. And every like monthly fee that those members pay, OnlyFans gets a cut of that fee, and then they give it to you know, the rest to the content creator. You know, so I mean, you know, that literally is what goes on. So like you could literally create as a smart guy, whatever, nerd coder, you could create something that's similar to OnlyFans. Or let's just say, you know, prostitution was legal, you can create a website where you could sell your sexual, you know, favors or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then you charge a cut for that, you know, because that's where it's going to the nerds, to basically make a cut off of using some type of website portal to charge a fee for these women to use it, you know, because pretty much they're already doing it, because you got Pornhub that's the same model as OnlyFans, and X videos and all these other porn sites. They're charging a fee for these women to sell their little porn clips and shit like that, you know. So yeah, man, it's very, very much interesting. You know, there's a late catch as far as the pimps and the madams and stuff like that. But you know, I don't see anybody else talking or chatting or whatever, so I'm gonna close this one out. You can catch this on Patreon. I will give a short preview, and you know, you have a good night, basically.